other health sectors you should target for visa sponsorship here in the UK. Now, it doesn't matter if you have a health background or not, because some care companies, they are happy to issue you certificates of sponsorship in a different role, which is what I'll be showing you in today's video. Take for example, there are some care homes that I know here in the UK. They can sponsor your visa as a senior carer, but not as a care assistant. And to be honest, the difference between these two roles is senior carer acts more on a leadership role. They supervise care assistants and other junior staff, and depending on the care settings, they can give medication. For instance, in residential care, where they don't need a nurse to always be there 24 hours, a senior care assistant can comfortably manage that home. And if they are working in domiciliary care or home carer, senior care assistants can give medication. They just need to do more trainings to be able to attend this position. Now, depending on the care homes, they use different names to qualify this role. Some people will call it chap. I know for 4 seasons, they call it chap, okay? Some will call it team leader, and others will use nursing home assistant. All right, the good thing about being a senior care assistant, it offers good career progression. As a senior carer, you can become a deputy manager or manager of the care home you are working. I've worked with some agencies in a care home where a senior carer was the manager. So if you're interested in managerial role, this will be good for you. And if you don't want to be a manager, it's okay. The UK government, they have a program called apprenticeship program where you can work and study. So you are working and getting your salary as a senior care assistant, as well as studying for free, because the cost of studying is completely covered by the UK government. Isn't that interesting? We'd have something like this back home, right? It's called work and study. But the difference here is, for this apprenticeship program, the UK government covers the full cost of study. Now, it is not public funds, so don't be scared before you said your visa does not allow you. You can study to be a nursing associate or a nurse depending on what you want, right? They equally have apprenticeship program for other occupation. For instance, you can get in finance, you can study to be accountant manager, internal audit practitioner, or payroll accountant manager. There's just a lot. I'll leave them in the description box of this video. Okay, the only thing is you need to go through your care home or the NHS trust. So if you're working in a care home, your manager or your home needs to agree to send you for this apprenticeship program. If you're already in the UK, you should check this out, okay? It is free of charge. You get your full salary as a senior care assistant, and you'll be studying for free. What do you need to do to be a senior carer? You need to upgrade the courses you have done, the 15 standard of care. For example, you can do medication training, Parkinson care, catheter training. Just enroll in diploma in health and social care. The cost of this top-up program that you need to do to become a senior care assistant depend on the website you are using, okay? There are different sites that offers care training. I will leave their names in the description box of this video so that you can check them out. If you are already in the UK, you can get some free courses online, like Read offers free courses. But if you're outside, I'm sorry, I'm not sure there's any free courses, okay? Even the Florence Academy that previously were offering courses for free, my dear, they now charge for certificates, I think £2.99 or something like that. So just prepare yourself for the cost implication. It's not always high though. It's usually maybe from £14 or £12. Check the link in the description box. Senior care assistant has been in the shortage occupation list for a very long time before care assistant was added. So go get all you require and start looking out for jobs in that area. All right. I have shared jobs regarding this senior carer in the YouTube community. So go check them out. You need to subscribe now if you haven't, because I always update our YouTube community with jobs, with information. Okay. Now let's go to the second one. I've got people that have asked me, is social care in the shortage occupation list? Yes, it is there. Okay, social care workers are needed in the UK. I don't always talk about it here in this channel because it is a regulated body, just like nurses. You need to meet the academic criteria before you join to become a social worker. But there are those already in the UK and they have been asking me this question, which is why I am mentioning it in this video. If you're a social care worker, please check it out. Know how to meet other requirements to join the regulated body. Let me quickly show you how to use this shortage occupation list. So if you know the occupation code is a 4-digit number, all you need to do is just to open up the ONS2 and type in the number. For example, care workers, home carers, they have the occupation code of 6145. So once I type it in there, it will open up this page and then you can read to know the requirements. But if you don't know what you are looking for, that's fine. Go down and type in the occupation. For instance, let's use social worker. All right, once I type in social worker, it will open up a page and it shows me all the health and social care occupations. Then I'll look for the one that I am interested in. Okay, so as you can see here, social workers, you just need to read up the requirements, what you need to do once you come to the UK. I hope this help you with the question. If you are seeing my face for the very first time, I am Nurse Angie. I'm a nurse here in the UK, and in this channel I share information on visa sponsorship jobs, relocating to the UK, tips about traveling overseas. Subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you not miss my content. Okay, other sector you should target is the mental health support worker. That area is also short-staffed here in the UK. And the good thing about it, you can do top-up programs like the senior carer to get you a position as a mental health support worker. And if you already have background in psychology, perfect. If you are a nurse, you did psychology in school, you did psychiatric posting, which qualifies you also to apply for this role. All right, now when I made this video comparing care assistant and support worker, some of you asked me which one is better. Okay, now if you are a student, you are a dependent, or you just want to take it easy while you get the experience in care. Now, depending on the clients you are taking care of, that will determine what you are doing. If you get those that have minor learning disabilities, then your typical job will be to just supervise and guide them. For example, myself, I have worked in a place where back then my job description was just verbal guidance and to make sure that they are safe. Okay, let me just run down a typical day in my life as a support worker in that company. If you're doing a late shift, say you are starting from 3 to 10 o'clock, when you get to the company, you wait for them to come back from daycare because most of them go to day center. Day center is where they go and engage with other activities of learning, all right, to keep them going. So once they come back, you support them, take them to the room, you ask them, what do you want to eat? They will tell you. You say, okay, come, let's go to the kitchen. You take them to the kitchen and you direct them. If they want fried egg, you tell them, okay, bring the frying pan. You switch on the gas. If they want to go to the shopping mall, you will book taxi, not bus. This one is not hard life job. You're not booking bus, taxi. Two of you will cruise to the shop. You guide them to select what they want. Once they finish, you go to the till and make payment. If they want to, after shopping, go to KFC, as example, to eat something, you can take them there and you can have something soft to eat as well. But use your sense, don't go and eat more than the owner of the money. You get? Don't worry, I'll make another deal and gist you all about this job. I don't want this to be too long, okay? Because the aim of mental care is not physically engaging, it's more of mental guidance. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Unlike care, care is physical, like it's both physical and mental. Your body is in, you are assisting to bend down because it has to do more with people that are elderly, that can't really support themselves. Okay, I'm not saying that in mental health you don't have people that you assist physically, you do, but it's not as demanding. Okay, so if you're a student, check that out. Unlike care that is both physical, your body sometimes will be aching, you're standing up. Oh, that's another level of care. That's a gist for a different day. You're standing up, you will stand up. Hey, God. Anyway, so check support work out is good. All right. Like I said, go to training courses, do courses on mental health. I will leave all the links again in my description box so that you guys can go and check it out. The pay is also good. Like back then, we were paid for our breaks. Like if you do a 7-hour shift, all the 7 hours they will pay you for it. Unlike some care homes, you do a long day for 12 hours, they will pay you for 11 hours because you're meant to take what, 1 hour break. That said, I've equally gotten a job as a support worker and I resigned within few days of my induction, because the clients there, they didn't just go down with me. I've made a video about it, guys. I'll leave the link, go watch it. So either way, all of them have their disadvantages. Care job here in the UK in general, none of them is easy. Not even support work, not living, not what's it called, not being a nurse. Care in general here is demanding. Now there are some that are more demanding than the others, and that will take me to the next one, because I know some of you have heard so many bad reviews regarding this sector. It's bad, it's that. Guys, that is the one that is so massively short-staffed. The truth is, if you are back in Ghana or Nigeria and you are letting the story of someone that is already in the UK to discourage you, my dear, I don't know what to tell you. Those stories are meant for you to learn from it. Pick the lessons and prepare yourself. Even myself, I'll still make a video to educate you people on my experience when I worked in that sector. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't come, okay? The truth is, not home carer companies is bad, okay? There are those that their rota pattern doesn't just do well, doesn't just do justice, all right? And to be honest, you're not here to do this job forever. People do worse jobs, but it's, like I said, it's a stepping stone. You have your plans. Pick the job. You've known the bad, which is you need to have a driving license, because without it, you will not survive it for 3 days. Even those with driving license are complaining, okay? But there are people that actually enjoy this job. Like those people, I have friends that will tell you they can't cage themselves in a building for 12 hours. It's mentally draining for them. So they go for home carer. So you see, what is good for Mr. A might not be good for Mr. B. While there are those that don't like traveling, because as a home carer, you're the driver and you are the carer. You drive to the location and then you still work. Client A might be like in 20 miles away from client B. So you will need to drive from there to go to that person's house. Sometimes you spend like just 30 minutes in client A, then you move to another client's house and spend maybe like 1 hour, depending on what your company have. And the difficult aspect of this job is the distance between the clients, because sometimes you will get maybe 5 or 6 clients, or how busy your company is, and you'll be expected to travel to their homes individually to go and render care. That is the difficult aspect of domiciliary care, okay? And that is why they would rather prefer to work maybe in Primark or Sainsbury's, supermarkets, instead of doing home care. And they are not paid for it, which Mark is advocating that carers should be paid their full time to cover those stress of their traveling. You are doing more and you are getting less. That is the bad side of it. But however, you can choose to come through that route. Once you come, you settle down, and along the line, you see if you like it and make the decision yourself. If you don't, you can look for other companies. It's up to you. So have your own plan, have your own mindset, and make your decision yourself. I recently mentioned to you that NHS, they are planning on expanding their community-based service. And if you go to Indeed, Glassdoor, Total Jobs, you will see that most of the jobs currently coming and they are for home carers. So if you cross your hand and say, no, this YouTuber said home carer is difficult, therefore you are not doing it, it's your call, it's up to you. And mind you, that you are a support worker does not mean that you will not do community-based or domiciliary care. Okay, so let me show you in the government website. They all share the same occupational code. So the occupational code, as you can see, for mental health, home carers, care assistants, they are under the same 6145. Okay, so let me know what you think in the comment section. If you would like to know other care homes, home carers that are recruiting, check this my video